Children, this is the most important property of the behavior of conductor in the electric field. Electric field at the surface of charged conductor is proportional to surface charge density. We have to prove that E is directly proportional to sigma. As you have done in the case of the Gauss theorem, that E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught for finite thickness when the charge is distributed on the surface. So we have to prove from this property. So what we are going to take, we have taken any arbitrary surface and the charge is spread on the arbitrary surface, that is Q. Clear? What we are going to take, we have taken the 3 points 1, 2 and 3. This point is just outside the surface. This point lying on the surface and this is inside the surface. Okay. So first of all, this is the direction of electric field, because we know that for any shape, the direction of electric field is always perpendicular to the surface. So now in this condition, what will happen? By considering this charge at this position, we will draw a Gaussian surface. When we will draw a Gaussian surface, we all know very well for the charged surface, the Gaussian surface will be cylindrical. We have done this in the case of the Gauss theorem. So by considering the surface, this surface, okay, small portion of the surface of this entire surface, a small portion, the Gaussian surface will be cylindrical. So here now see, this is the Gaussian surface and this is the part of the surface we have taken. So electric field perpendicular. Now see, these two are the plane surfaces and this is the curved surface. So the small area of this plane surface is ds. Here it is along the direction of E. This is the direction of the area vector for this plane surface. But we know that this point lying inside the surface where electric field is 0. So for this point electric field is 0. No charge enclosed by this surface. Okay. And here the direction of electric field is perpendicular to the surface, but the direction of area vector for the curved surface is just at 90-degree angle, because the direction of electric field is this, but direction of area vector for this curved surface makes angle 90-degree. Okay. So here we know that sigma is equal to Q by A, surface charge density. But here we have considered the small elementary portion, so we will write sigma is equal to Q upon ds. What is Q? This is a charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface. So we will write that sigma inside upon ds. Clear? Now we are going to apply the Gauss theorem at this point, at this point and this point. Means on this surface, for this surface and for this surface. So for the first surface, E vector dot ds. For second surface, E vector dot ds. For third, E vector. And what is this? This is total flux, which will be equal to the charge enclosed by inside the surface by the Gaussian surface divided by epsilon naught. Charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface. Don't consider we are taking the charge here. This is the total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface. So here the angle is 0-degree. So E ds cos theta, theta will be 0-degree. So we will get E ds. Here for this surface, theta 90-degree, cos 90 0. So we will get 0 expression for this. And we know that for this surface, electric field inside the surface is 0. Electric field inside the conductor is 0. So this expression is also equal to 0, because this point is lying inside the conductor. And this will be equal to total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface divided by epsilon naught. So E ds is equal to Q inside upon epsilon naught. We will write Q inside from this formula. Q inside can be written as sigma into ds. So Q inside is written as sigma into ds divided by epsilon naught. Ds cancelled out and we have got this expression E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. So from here we have proved that electric field is directly proportional to the surface charge density when the charge is distributed on the surface. of the conductor.